Jesse Simmons here with Team Transit and the New Leaf Initiative Fund. Today we're talking box truck basics, going over the pre and post-trip inspection. Although we are non-CDL box trucks, some rules don't apply to us, a lot do, especially doing this interstate commerce. Pre and post trips, one of the most important parts about being over the road, staying safe and keeping the truck moving. We're going to throw it to one of our teammates that's currently over the road. They're going to go over a pre and post trip inspection. Then we're going to come back here to the lot, hop in the cab of the truck where it's warm, and discuss what we watched and why it's important. So stay tuned. Let's watch how we do this pre and post trip.
Now, what we have here is what you call the pre-trip, which also could be the post-trip checklist. And this is everything that you are supposed to check when you do a pre-trip. And what I mean by suppose is that I don't just check what's on the checklist. I check beyond that, because it's more than just the checklist that makes this truck run. So and so I stand in front of the truck and I make sure there's no lean. Make sure the truck is not leaning. No leaks. The lights, all my lights is working in the front. Check my lug nuts. Check my tire depth. Should be 2/32 of depth. PSI should be anywhere from 100 to 95. Or should I say 95 to 100 PSI. And you would check that with your gauge. I have a tire gauge that I check mine with. But you want to check and make sure that your rim is not cracked or broken, not weld. Your lug nuts are not loose. No leaks around the hub seal. Check my gas tank on top, make sure it's sealed. Check and make sure my bolts under here, my U-bolts under the body. Check all of them. We need those to carry our freight. Make sure the hose pipe is properly mounted. Checking my tire depth, my dry tires, 4/32 depth. Use your thumb, stick it in there. Should be half of you now. Making sure all my bolts, brake chamber, properly mounted. Checking my brakes. Mud flaps. My airbag. It's not inflated right now because I don't have the truck on. However, I checked the top and the bottom of it, make sure that the bolts are properly mounted, that the plates that's holding the airbag together is not cracked, bent, or broken. Again, I checked all my screws in the back. I even checked my liftgate hoses because we need those to operate the liftgate. Check our back. Lights and flashers. And you repeat it on the same side. Same thing you do on one side, you repeat it on the second side. Check your shocks. Take it in from back here for you. There you go. Check your shocks. Making sure there's no leaks. Go in. Hold on. Then what I do is I pop the hood. Checking my fluids, my power steering fluid, my filters, making sure they're good. Checking my hoses, making sure my hoses aren't cracked or they're not dry or frayed. I'm going to check my oil. My oil dipstick is properly mounted. But I'm going to also check my oil. I'm going to pull my dipstick out and make sure that my oil is at a proper level. My steering arm, my leaf springs, right here, U-joints, my brake chamber, slack adjusters, my brake line, my brakes. Gotta make sure I have some meat on them, at least a ½ inch. I'm going around to the other side. My coolant, windshield washer fluid, my belt, my alternator, make sure it's properly mounted. Again, leaf springs, U-joints, brake chamber, air hose. And you want to check these brakes as well. You're checking for oil and debris. You don't want none of that on the brakes down here at the bottom. Means if you see that, you would have a hub seal leak, which we don't want that. After every PSI, you'll be lubricated. You'll see. I'm sorry, PM.
All right, guys, welcome back. We just saw one of our teammates cover how to conduct a proper pre and post trip inspection. So you've seen how to perform. Now let's talk about why it matters. This video is going to cover safety, compliance, FMCSA scoring, and how these inspections save you major time and money on the road. So let's talk about why pre-trip matters. Simply, pre-trip inspections and post-trip inspections, they save lives. They make sure the equipment is safe for you and for others on the roads. Most catastrophic highway incidents start with simple mechanical issues like underinflated or separating tires, brake wear, broken lights, steering looseness, damage to the suspension. All these are things that we can catch doing a full pre and post trip inspection. Catching them in the morning, it's going to prevent dangerous failures when you're going 65. You as drivers are the last line of defense. Your eyes and ears, they're going to prevent these accidents before they happen. Now let's talk about why pre-trips matter for compliance. Non-CDL vehicles doing interstate commerce must follow the same FMCSA maintenance and inspection rules under Part 396. Pre- and post-trip inspections are legal requirements. They are not optional. The FMCSA can request inspection records at any time. This is why at Team Transit, we record all our inspections through our Motive electronic logging device. So every driver, when they start their day, they started with a pre-trip, it's recorded, we have record of it. Missing or complete inspections equal violations, even if the truck is mechanically fine. So the truck could be fine, but you didn't do your inspection, we don't have record of it, that's a violation. And we'll kind of go over violations and what they entail. This kind of compliance protects transit or any other trucking company's ability to safely operate under a DOT or MC authority. So let's talk about annual DOT inspections. Every truck must have a current annual DOT inspection completed by a certified inspector. So if you're a driver, you're starting for a company, you want to make sure that truck's had its annual DOT inspection. The sticker is going to be on the driver's side door. In fact, I can show you what that sticker looks like. That sticker is going to be right here on the door. We also keep a copy of that inspection in our compliance folder under the section Annual Vehicle Inspection Reports. That's our most recent inspection. We are good until, what's the date on this? We are good until June of next year. DOT inspections, it's like a pre or post trip, just way more involved with a certified mechanic doing it. They get in more depth than we can, and they check things that could wear down over a long length of time. They make sure that vehicle's safe and ready to roll. The pre and post trip is like mini inspections all along the way, just to catch any failures before they occur. So in the event if a inspection sticker is expired, don't drive that truck. It's immediate out of service if you get stopped. All right, so let's talk about detecting these minor issues before they become major breakdowns. One of the big advantages of a good pre-trip is catching small issues early. Example of minor issues that you can catch is low tire PSI. Getting that to the proper PSI, it's going to prevent a blowout. Small brake squeal, you might detect it during your pre-trip. You get it diagnosed, you can prevent rotor failure. A dim or flickering light prevents a ticket at a weigh station. You catch it, change the light out, no ticket. If you're cooling slightly low, you top it off, you prevent overheating. Any loose strap, latch, or liftgate hinge can prevent future cargo damage. Most minor issues can be fixed quickly, cheaply, and over the road at any number of truck stops or maintenance or mechanical shops over the road. They're easy to find. You detect the fix, the minor issue, you fix it, you're good to go. Waiting until it becomes a breakdown leads to all kinds of issues. Lost driving time, cost to the company if you're owner-operator, cost to you, missed shipping appointments. Downtime's always bad in trucking. If the wheels don't turn, nobody earns. You can get broker fines or TONU charges. TONU would be truck order not used. Say you didn't catch something during pre-trip. Maybe you have an E-track falling down in the back of your cargo truck, or maybe you damaged under the corner cap and they can see light through into the cargo area, and you back up to a shipper to get loaded. They recognize that and they send you away, and your day's lost until you get that fixed. So let's talk about weigh stations and roadside inspections. Weigh stations, they're everywhere all along our highways. When that light goes green and that weigh station's open, regardless if you're empty, if you're working, if you're in a truck bigger than 5 tons, and it varies sometimes from state to state, but generally, if you're in a truck bigger than 5 tons, you must pull into the weigh station. Weigh station is the most likely place that you'll get pulled in for inspection. When you go into the weigh station, you stay in your lane, they weigh your truck, and sometimes they'll give you a signal, hey, pull in for random inspection. These weigh stations are getting way more technologically advanced these days. They have sensors miles down the road as you're pulling into a weigh station that are checking your tires, taking video of your truck. So you pull in, they might already have you flagged because maybe your tire tread's too low. The heat sensor on the tire is going off. They might already be set to pull you in. But a weigh station is where you're most likely to get pulled in for an inspection, and they can do inspections from level 1, which is a full truck inspection, down to level 3, which is just a cursory overlook. But all of these inspections can result in violations that could have been caught with an adequate pre-trip. So very important on the pre-trip. They also get in your logs. They get in your logs when you're at an inspection. They'll check your logs to see if you've done your pre-trip, to see if in your hour of service requirements. And these violations, they can occur at the weigh station. They can occur getting pulled over by the DOT. And they have a lasting effect on both a driver's record and a company's record. And we're going to talk about that next. The FMCSA has something called their safety scores, or CSA score. And it is a score that tracks a company's safety record. It's where violations are tracked, crashes are tracked. The FMCSA, they track every inspection and violation under CSA Basics, which is the portal online that shows a company's safety score. Violations in vehicle maintenance and unsafe driving hit both the DOT number of the company and the driver's personal PSP record. So these violations can affect not just the company, but also the driver. That PSP record is something that all companies look at before they hire drivers. They want to know, does this driver do adequate pre-trips? Can they detect problems before they happen? If you're a driver and you're behind the wheel of a company truck and you've racked up violations, it's going to follow you. It's going to make you difficult to hire. That's why we will have this course to teach it to you now. So when you get out there, you're already hip to it. Keep a clean record, keep the company's record clean. Everybody makes more money. So a high CSA score, which can result from a lot of violations. And these violations, once they occur, they take a long time to fall off, both your record and the company's. Generally 2 years it takes for a violation to fall off. They can result in higher insurance premiums, loss of brokership or partnerships. This is actually something that occurs quite frequently. If you get a high CSA score, some companies, they just will refuse to work with you anymore, and it's much more difficult to secure high-paying freight. You can also be at risk of an audit from the DOT, where they see your company is not keeping a clean safety score, and they will audit you. They will go through all of your files. They'll sit down with you, and they have the potential that they can shut you down if you have not addressed these issues or you have no plan to address them. In some guys, like a simple missed bulb or worn tire can haunt your driving record and the company's record for years. So as I mentioned, these violations don't only affect the company, they can follow you. So how does that kind of occur? Every violation is tied to the CSA score, as we mentioned, and the driver's PSP. The PSP follows you across future jobs and contracts. Non-CDL drivers are not exempt from this. They can follow you as well. Brokers and employers can still pull these records and see. And if you're racking up violations, you probably get passed over for that job. So let's talk about Team Transit, our expectations, and kind of our safety culture when it comes to pre-trip and post-trip inspections. We require a full pre-trip before rolling out. The day starts on the lot, warming the truck up, while you're going to do a full pre-trip inspection, as our teammate showed you an example of. The day ends back on the lot again with a full post-trip. A lot can occur over the road if you're driving 500-600 miles. So that post-trip's critical to see any problems that could head us out from getting back on the road the next day. Give us a 12-hour jump on getting them addressed. We require immediate communication with Team Transit if something looks off with the truck. The driver has to note it in their pre or post-trip, and if it's something immediate, they call me as operations. I'm the first to get that call. Hey, Jesse, I'm seeing some leaking oil on the brakes on the steer tire. Could be a leaking hub seal. I'm not sure, but we need to get it looked at. Then it's my responsibility to ensure that gets looked at in a timely manner to make sure we can pass that next pre-trip, get back on the road. This kind of embodies Team Transit, our growth as a company, recognize the importance of these things, taking care of our equipment, taking care of our people, putting safety first. And it's also led to our own growth. Once you put those things first, you notice other companies noticing you. You're starting to get those callbacks. So we're building this safety first culture that protects the fleet, our customers, ourselves, and allows for the growth we're looking for, allows us to be in a position to teach this to others so that maybe they do not have to learn the hard way like we had to early on. So in closing, guys, pre-trip inspections aren't just a box to check. They're your shield against danger, violation, breakdowns, and lost income. A clean pre-trip helps us maintain a strong reputation, strong safety scores, and strong freight partnerships. I want to just thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope this was helpful. We'll be able to answer any questions you may have, and we'll talk to you guys soon.